Welcome to Detroit Sports Jersey, Saturdays at 3 p.m. Eastern, broadcasting live from Detroit and stretching to the heart of Central Texas, here on WCHB 1200 and 99.9 FM with co-host Longhorn. Straight sports talk, no professionals here. Live call-in number 313-568-1200. And now, here's your host that never gets it right but is never wrong, Will Sims.
All right, welcome to Detroit Sports Jersey. I'm your host, Will, along with the Longhorn. What time is it, Longhorn?
It's game time, prime time, Detroit Sports Jersey time. What's up, Brother Will?
All right, now we broadcasting live here from the Tigers game downtown at Comerica Park. Right now, the Tigers are getting rocked 11-2. They went to the bullpen early, brought in Blaine Hardy, and sat down Sanchez. So we're going to be broadcasting live, and we got people back in the studio holding it down. If you'd like to call in, 313-568-1200, Saturday, April the 12th, April the 18th, 2015. We got a lot on the table today, all right? We're going to be talking about some boxing, Tigers. Also, me and the Longhorn going to give our opinion. Exactly what's going on with this Brewers Recreation Center that's being being rebuilt here in Detroit.
That's right, $50 million.
Say hello to the people, Longhorn.
Hey, what's going on? What's going on?
All right, let's get into it. All right, like I said, we're down here live, Comerica Park. Yesterday, the Tigers won, beat them 2-1, the White Sox. They down here getting rocked today. They started the season off Longhorn 9-1. The last time they done that was in 84 and 58 when they won the title.
That's right. Won the World Series 1984, 1968 when they won the World Series. Both of those times. It's a long time coming. The last time they did it, 9-1. You got to go all the way back to World War I, 1911. But we didn't win the World Series.
All right. Let me upgrade that score. They down 12-2 in the bottom of the fifth. Longhorn, what you doing?
I'm not doing anything. That's somebody else laughing, man. I think because I went all the way back to 1911.
Oh, yeah, Longhorn, you took it way back. But anyway, let me give you a few numbers here. They pitching, not doing too bad. Starting pitchers giving up ERA of 1.61. The bullpen, 2.95. So, the boys are doing good, even though they getting rocked today. They're coming out the gate very strong this year, so I'll take my hat off to them. I like what I see. How about yourself?
I think they're doing great. You know, it's early in the season. You know what I'm saying? We got over 100-something games left. So we're going to win some, we're going to lose a few. The only thing that matters is when it comes time to get to the pennant race and we're up in the house. That's the only thing that matters. I'd like to say a speedy recovery, though, to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. You know, he had an operation, a triple bypass on his heart on his 68th birthday. So a speedy recovery to Kareem, the hook shot master. You know what I'm saying? So 68 years old, speedy recovery to him.
That's right. A big boy recovered just fine. He'll be all right. He's a tough guy. He can take it.
Yeah,
he'll be right. He'll bounce back just fine.
You play the NBA. You're 42 years old now. I'm 49. So you 42? Oh yeah. He's got a strong heart. So.
Okay, Longhorn. Let's jump into this rec center that's being rebuilt here in Detroit. The Brewer Recreation Center over there.
$59 million.
Not too far from where I'm at Tiger Stadium. What's your thoughts on that?
I say it's good. Not $59 million, but $50 million. Put into the center. You know, it's been vacant for 10 years. Even Kid Rock came in and said he had somebody who helped donate some money. You know, they're gonna build it up. They're gonna turn it into a restaurant. They're gonna have a community center in there. Also in the community center is gonna be the headquarters. I know some people don't play this, but you and I do. We play chess. So it's gonna be the headquarters of the Detroit Chess Club. Also, the Alternative Girls Club is they're going to benefit from the restaurant that's going to be built in there because the restaurant is going to train the girls on culinary arts, and there's going to be other activities there. Also, they're going to build 150 housing area down there, and 20% of the housing area is going to be low income. So I feel it's a great thing for Detroit. You know, it's rebuilding, and it's not tearing down the center. Well, a lot of people have came through there, over 800 people plus, since the city has been built. So that's my take on it. I say it's a plus for Detroit. So what do you think?
313-568-1200. People call in Longhorn all for it. I have mixed feelings about it, Longhorn, because my thing is this: I'm all for people making the city look beautiful and everything.
That's
you know, taking stuff, you know, that's been sitting, you know, there for many years and turning it into a beautiful location and site. But my problem is I wanted it to be a full rec center. You know, because basically these kids in the city of Detroit have nowhere to go as a full rec center. This is a profit rec center, which is nothing wrong with that, but working kids, I wanted the kids to go back there and, you know, maybe train for some boxing, do some swimming, weightlifting, you know, things like that, a rec center, you know. So basically, like I said, I have mixed feelings about it.
Well, as long as you have mixed feelings, that means you have still some good feelings. If you have mixed, that means you got some good feelings. And if you look at the acreage around it, that's a lot of property around there. So when they build that and they get that going down there, they can still build a rec center around that area, you know, a state-of-the-art rec center. So I think that's what they're going to do in the long run, because once you build the 150 housing complex and you have some kids over there, you're going to need some place for them to go. All of them can't go over to the restaurant and just eat and just chill. You're going to have some place for them to go and play ball and lift weights and swim, like you said. So I think they're going to build a rec center over there. I think that's what's going to happen in the future. We don't see it, but the mayor, Doug, and he sees it. It's coming, brother. It's coming.
Well, see,
I'll be the
what I'm
first to
talking
go.
about. See, we can tell stories of all the rec centers that we went to and have fun at, right?
Yeah. 4-H,
Why
where
come
you
the
going them
kids
shots on
today-
the half-court line.
Why come the kids of today can't have those same stories to tell to their kids in the future? That's all I'm saying. That's where my mixed feelings come in at.
Well, $50 million is a lot of money. Yeah, you can do a lot of rec centers for $50 million. I granted that, yeah. But now, would you say go ahead? So I'm hearing from you is put the $50 million and just rebuild the whole rec center itself.
As a true rec center. This is not a true rec center. You don't have no bars in no rec center. I'm not knocking what they're doing, Longhorn. I'm just saying I thought it was going to be a full rec center. Like
you're right.
Used to be.
It's going to be a bar. You're right. A bar is going to be in there. You're right about that. And my thing about the restaurant, maybe it's just me, but I'm wondering what type of restaurant as far as affordability is. How affordable is it going to be for the average person to go into that restaurant? That's one of the things that struck me. Call in Detroit at 313-568-1200. You know, how affordable do you think this restaurant is going to be? You know what I'm saying? Well, because only 20% of the housing over there that they're going to build is going to be for lower income. How much is the rent is going to be for the other 80%? You know what I'm saying?
I used to live downtown, and I got priced out of downtown Detroit.
So eventually they're just going to price everybody out?
I have a true belief in that. I got priced out. I had to leave downtown. I had a beautiful penthouse apartment overlooking the river over in Canada. They priced me out. I had to go. It wasn't worth what they was asking me. You know, maybe it was worth it to the next person that came in and moved behind me. You know, but to me, I think they pricing people out of downtown Detroit. You know?
Yeah. Well, eventually, hopefully in the long run, the money that's being made in that new place, they'll just reinvest it within the community and spread that money out within the community. So that's my take on it. And like you said, it's a great historical building. It has a lot of emotional ties to the community. You know, you got Joe Louis there, and also Barry Gordy before he turned into the music giant that he is. You know, he even boxed there for a few. So it has a lot of good memories up in there. If only the walls could talk about the history of that building. I'm sure it has some story to tell. But, you know, we have to see. We have to wait and see. It's one of those wait and sees. And hopefully in the future, when we're about 89 years old, Will, you and I won't have to look at each other and say, well, I told you so. So
this is true. Speaking of Joe Louis, we got this big fight coming up in a couple of weeks, Longhorn.
That's it.
Pacquiao Mayweather.
And that Manuel said he's going down in the 5th.
So I came up with this list of the top greatest fights, you know, so far. Maybe, you know, my list is different from the listeners out there. Maybe it's different from yours. But I'm going to give you a list of the greatest fights that, you know, went down.
Give me a list, brother. Give me a list. I'm ready.
In the history of... number 5, I'm going to start with Joe Louis versus Billy Conn, 1941, June the 18th. You know, where Joe Louis knocked Conn out with 2 seconds left in the 13th round. You know, I'm going to start with that. Number 4, I'm going to go with Marvin Hagler versus Tommy Hearns in 85.
There you go.
April 15th, that went down. Number 3, I'm going to go with Sugar Ray Leonard versus Tommy Hearns, 81, September the 16th, where Sugar Ray, you know, beat our boy Hitman's Hearns here.
You've been looking at my book. You've been cheating off my notes.
And the number 1, of course, I'm going to have to go with the Thriller in Manila, Muhammad Ali versus Joe Frazier, 75, October the 1st. So my list might be a little different from the people's out there and yours, Longhorn, but why don't you give the people your list of what your top 5 fights of all time were?
Oh, yeah, I think you've been cheating off my list there. But I'm going to go ahead and run it down to you. Okay, I got the Thriller in Manila. I got Frazier and Ali. Of course, I got the Sugar and Hitman, you know, Detroit. The Detroit bomb, well, not the bomber because Joe Louis is the bomber, but I got the Hitman and Sugar. Also, I got the Hitman and Hagler. And I got the Real Deal, Holyfield and Tyson. You know, even though
serious, man, that wasn't no good fight.
That was a good fight before the ear biting came up into the picture.
That was a good fight, man. Holyfield was killing Tyson. That's why he bit his ear off.
I'm talking about before Tyson turned into the pit bull and went red nose on him. It was a pretty good fight. It was decent. You know what I'm saying? It was decent.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I think so. You know, from my perspective.
Okay, well, you know, you're entitled to your list, so I'm not going to knock it, Longhorn. I tell you what we're going to do. We're going to
I took some of my fights, but that's all good.
I mean, you know, just great minds think alike. It ain't all about taking your fights. It's not like we were actually doing the fighting. You know?
Remember we used to box in the day they called you Buster when you had your bald head?
Okay, let's go to, we got a caller on the line. Let's see what the caller has to say. Thanks for calling Detroit Sports Jersey.
Thanks for calling in.
Hello?
Hello, yes.
Hello, how you doing?
Hi, Mr. Sims.
Hey, how you doing?
This is your cousin talking about the recreation center. I think they should redo it.
What's up, cuz?
Redo what?
Redo the Brewster.
Yeah, they're going to redo it, but do you think they should turn it into a full recreation center? Or do you think they should keep it a full recreation center?
A full recreation center so Mr. Sutton can go over there and teach basketball.
Oh, okay. Oh, we got one vote for a full recreation center.
Well, I agree with you right there. I think it should be a full recreation center also.
Because we don't have one. I used to go to the St. Clair rec, and it's tore down.
Well, that's on the list of many that's been tore down or vacated.
Yeah.
You know? But, yeah,
but I really think they should make it a full recreation center. No houses, no restaurant, no nothing. This place. Kids don't have anywhere to play.
This is true.
Yeah.
We agree with you 100%. We thank you for calling in and giving your opinion.
And
thanks a lot, cuz.
Uh-huh.
All right, take it easy.
Okay.
All right.
Bye-bye.
All right, bye. Hey, we'll take a quick commercial break here. When we come back, Longhorn, we're going to talk NBA basketball. We talk some more boxing. And I got a situation here with an owner and a fan that went down last Sunday in baseball, and I want to get your opinion on that. We'll be back after a word from our sponsor.
All right.
Detroit Sports Jersey is sponsored by PrettySettyHair.com. Beautiful, top-quality Brazilian, Malaysian, and Peruvian hair extensions. Our natural virgin Brazilian body wave hair is one of the highest quality Brazilian human hair on the market. Each bundle has been collected from select donors, and all cuticles are intact. All of our natural virgin Brazilian body wave hair has undergone a quality assurance process to ensure it is free of imperfections. Our bundles start at 10 inches for $50 and ship within 10 days. Get the soft, gorgeous, and manageable hair you have always wanted. Shop now at PrettySettyHair.com or call 334-327-3098.
Detroit Sports Jersey is sponsored by Fiverr.com/ENO Productions. For professional photo montages at a fraction of the price, check out Fiverr.com/ENO Productions. This is where Detroit Sports Jersey goes for video work week after week. ENO Productions is capable of taking on all different kinds of projects, from commercials to weddings and so much more. That's Fiverr.com/ENO Productions. That's Fiverr.com/ENO Productions.
And now back to host Will.
All right, welcome back to Detroit Sports Jersey. I'm your host, Will, with the Longhorn. What time is it, Longhorn?
It's game time, prime time, Detroit Sports Jersey time. What's going on, Brother Will and Detroiters?
All right, before I go any further, Longhorn, I want to say congratulations to the Red Wings. Matter of fact, they're playing right now. They're playing Tampa Bay down in Tampa. They faced off at 3 o'clock today. But I'm going to say congratulations to them for them making 24 straight appearance in the playoffs is an amazing feat.
Straight. That's right.
24 straight years. That's amazing that them guys have made the playoffs 24 straight years, and also them brought in a couple of Stanley Cups with that. So I want to, I meant to say that last week, but I totally slipped my mind. But once again, I got to give a shout out to them boys, man. 313-568-1200. So
Congratulations. Yes.
This what went down last Sunday at Chase Field. That's where the Arizona Diamondbacks play at.
Yeah.
There was a fan sitting behind home plate with a Dodgers jersey on and hat.
Uh-huh.
Now remember, we're on live TV when this goes down. They forced him to remove the Dodgers cap and made him put on a Diamondback jersey over the Dodgers jersey. Now, remind you that them seats go for $3,700. How can you force me to put on something else when I done paid $3,700 for this seat?
They forced him. Like, if you don't put it on, we kick you out. Is that what I'm hearing? Oh, no, we'd have been going to court right there, brother. We'd have been going to court. I ain't nowhere in the world I would take off any of my clothes just because we're on TV and I'm sitting behind where the TV is going to be shooting at right there in the center behind the dugout. I mean, behind the
home plate, Longhorn. Don't struggle, Willie. It's home plate.
I mean, I'm going to put it out there. I'm just getting a little frustrated right now, but I'd have been calling my lawyer right there. They forced him, huh? What they tell him? If you don't take that off, we're going to kick you out of the stadium?
I mean, because I got this guy following me on social media. He always criticized me of talking about the owners and the GM. And I say that they ain't fan-friendly, right? How is that fan-friendly?
I don't understand. I would just like to talk to the guy who took his stuff off. I don't get it. I just don't understand it. Now, if you would come to me, look, this is a negotiation time. I tell you what, it cost me $3,000 for this seat. You want me to put that paraphernalia on? You give me $15,000 right now, and I'll put it on. How about that? Let's do that. Let's do that as a deal. If not, I'm gonna sit here. Not only am I gonna have it on, but I'm gonna be standing up. How's that going to be for you? You know what I'm saying?
I agree with you. Got a lot on the table. We're talking about the great recreation center being rebuilt. And also, we're talking about the great season the Tigers are having so far. Red Wings playing today down in Tampa. It's a great day for the city of Detroit. We have beautiful weather out here. 313-568-1200. Longhorn.
Yeah. Call in if you would take off your Tiger jersey for somebody come tell you take your Tiger jersey off or your Tiger hat off if you was at another game.
Longhorn. Playoff. Who you got?
What did you say now one more time there?
I said we got the NBA season is over. The playoffs are about to start. Who you got winning it all?
Oh, I got the Spurs, baby. I got the Spurs. I'm going with the Spurs. You know who I'm going with. I'm going with the Spurs. I'm going with the old men, the patient and the disciplined guys.
Actually, I'm going to roll with the Spurs also for the simple fact. This is the only reason I'm going with them. I'm not a big Spurs fan, but I believe they got to get that monkey off their back of not repeating. Even though they done won 5 titles, they got to get that monkey off of their back of not repeating. That's the only reason I'm rolling with them.
Well, I have a question though for the basketball fans out there, and I was just studying on this about this series. Now, with the fans out there, I don't know about. I'm gonna ask you this question to you, Will.
Hold that question, Longhorn. Let's go to a caller. We have a caller on the line. Thanks for calling Detroit Sports Jersey. How can we help you?
Hello?
Hello? Yes. Thanks for calling Detroit Sports Jersey. Live on the air.
All right. Appreciate you being there. I just tuned in, so I may have missed some of that story that you just spoke about. Someone was told to take off a certain jersey of another team or a cap and put on something else.
Well, it was a fan. It was a fan. He was at the Arizona Cardinals. The Arizona Diamondbacks and Dodgers game last Sunday. He's a Dodgers fan, but he was sitting behind home plate, and they forced him to remove his Dodgers hat and put on a Diamondback jersey over his a Diamondback jersey over his Dodgers jersey, and he paid $3,700 for that seat.
Right. So I want to believe there's something missing from that story because that don't even seem plausible. That's just
no. You can go. It was live on TV. You can see it happening live on TV.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm with the caller. They had to be something missing because I just can't see you just coming to me telling me, hey man, you need to take that off or put this on or get out.
Right, and this guy complying with that. Somebody can ask you to do that, but you mind doing it as a courtesy because we're doing such and such. But to be forced, I can't even see that as like it's a piece missed from that.
Would you do it, sir?
All right, thanks.
All right, would you have done it? We done lost that call. Do we have another call on the line? Thanks for calling Detroit Sports Jersey.
Hello?
Call, are you there? We must have missed it and hung up or whatever. But anyway, yeah, Longhorn.
Yeah.
To the fan that just called in, there's nothing missing from that story. It was live on TV. You can actually see it happening.
Well, okay. Did they like come up and like rush up on him, or did somebody whisper in his ear, or?
No, they didn't roll up on him like a gang member, Longhorn.
Did they tap him on his shoulder and excuse me, sir, like that, or they just brought him the shirt and hat over and say, hey, put this on? You know what I'm saying? Like.
But you know what? You know what? There is a little something missing from that story. And the little thing that's missing from that story is they would have moved him to another seat if he didn't take it off. That was about it. But why should I be moved to another seat when I done paid to sit in this seat?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I would have been calling my lawyer. Quick, fast, and in a hurry. You know that song, 0 from 100 real quick? I'd have went to my lawyer, 0 from 100 real quick. I just have a question for you, Will. About the playoffs, the NBA playoffs. I was just doing some studying. They're in the Sweet 16 era now on this NBA playoffs. Would you like the NBA playoffs? You know how they go 7-game series?
Yeah.
I was thinking, how about cutting these series down to either 5 games or 3 games, instead of 7 games? What do you think about that to speed the process up?
Well, they had it the best of 5 back in the day. Until these players started demanding more money.
The players?
Yeah, man, they got to get their money. They usually the first round it was the best of 5. Now they extended it all to the best of 7 now. I forgot what year that they switched that up to, but yeah, it was the best of 5 in the first round.
I think they should go to the best of 5, back to the best of 5 in the first round, and the best of 3 in the last round. And then, you know what I'm saying? And then the winner take all in the championship and call it a day. That's what I think.
Well, this might be some news for you since you want them to shorten the basketball the basketball playoffs. Actually, they're about to extend it an extra week next year to take the pressure off of these. Well, they're doing it to take the pressure off the players playing these back-to-back games.
Okay, all right. Yeah, we get to take some of the injuries off, and okay, I got you.
Yeah, so that's the only reason they're doing that. Also, Longhorn, let me go back to the NBA real fast. Word is Greg Monroe is headed to the Knicks next year. It's a done deal. Your thoughts on that?
Well, the Knicks are just a team. When we had the discussion about the Knicks is a team that you go to play basketball to make money. It's not a team that you go to the championship. If you just want to go play basketball because you love playing ball and you want to make some money, but you really don't want to get hurt because you're not going to play as hard as you want to play, then that's the team to go to. So that's my word on that. So, but the Pistons are going to, team, that's where you want to go to make you some money and to play the game of basketball, but you're not going to win a championship, then go ahead and go to the Knicks. And that's my thought on that.
Well, I think that I don't have no problem with Greg Monroe leaving, to be honest with you, because I think the Pistons need to have a more up-tempo type style play anyway. Because
they got them young legs out there, so they're ready to run and gun anyway.
Because actually that's what the NBA is leaning more towards anyway, is that up-tempo, because there's really no big men out there that dominating in the low post no more. The only true big man that's dominating the low post is that boy down in Charlotte. What's his name? The Unibrow. Anthony Davis, I think.
Yeah, the Unibrow. Yeah, and Unibrow.
Yeah, I think he's the only the true big man that's dominating down in the low post. But other than that, I have no problem with it. I think the Pistons need to pick up the pace a little bit and play more defense, because their defense sucks.
Well, they got all them young legs over there. They got the young legs. They had the defense. Like we were saying back in back a few shows ago. Before winning 2015, that they picked up their defense when they started winning. They had the defense up, but I guess it's gonna start slacking back to the offensive game. They took away from that defense's playing style. So, so now we playing for the. But I'm with you on that tanking. They need to drop the price of them hot dogs out there. They need to let us in free now.
All right, Longhorn, real quick. Kevin Durant went on Twitter and gave his Mount Rushmore: Jordan, Bird, Magic, and Kobe. Do you agree or disagree real fast?
Mount Rushmore for the
NBA basketball.
Okay. I would say
Bird, Magic, and Kobe. Do you agree or disagree?
I agree.
Okay, we'll pick this up next week, Longhorn, because you sounding confused right now. When I say Bird, Magic, and Kobe, and Jordan, you talking about Mount Rushmore for what? It's cheering for swimming. All right, Longhorn, what's your final word? What time is it?
You got me on that. It's game time, prime time, Detroit Sports Jersey time, and I'm gone, y'all.
Join us every week live, WCHB 1200, 99.9 FM every Saturday, 3 p.m. or go to DetroitSportsJersey.com and check out the past shows. We out of here for next week.
Thank you, listeners from Detroit to Central Texas, for joining us here live on Detroit Sports Jersey with your host, Will Sims, and co-host Longhorn, every Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern, right here on WCHB 1200 AM and 99.9 FM. Visit us at DetroitSportsJersey.com. Straight sports talk. No professionals here. Have a great weekend.